Hey, welcome back, viewers. This is another episode with Dad's Garage Productions. I'm your host, Jim, and today we are going to be working on a 2022 Toyota Highlander. Customer's complaint is when they apply the brakes at slowing down, they get a lot of wobble in their steering wheel and they can feel it coming down their foot pedal. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. I do have some parts that I've ordered. I've ordered a set of brake rotors, pads for both front and rear. When I did an inspection on the rear, they did look a little thin. This has got the electronic parking brake, so we are going to show you how to deactivate that using my scan tool. And let me just turn the camera around. I'll show you what we're working on here. So this is what we've got here. A nice white Toyota Highlander, all-wheel drive. It's a pretty nice condition. Customer states it's got about 50,000 miles or so on it. We'll double check that on our paperwork. But it's got some nice fancy wheels for a Toyota. So we'll get this vehicle up on the hoist and we'll just get going on it. All right, we got the vehicle up in the air. Let's go ahead and get these tires off, see what we have to say. I'll get out a light and take a peek at what we have here. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are probably ready to be changed. We could put a gauge on here and we could see what the run out is. I test drove this thing. I could definitely feel some pulsating on it. Definitely felt like it was coming from the front, but we got rotors for all the way around and brake pads. And we're just going to go ahead and put them on. It's probably time for it. I did check the odometer. It's a little over 60,000 miles, so it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and move you over here to the back side. I'll go ahead and get the backs, the other side off, and we'll start looking at replacing the front pads. All right, so we got the other side off. We're just going to go ahead and take these caliper pin bolts off. Oh, okay. Just use an impact on it. That works better. Let's do that. Oops. The side is going to be a booger. There we go. Take that off. Take the caliper off. I'm going to hang it up on this hook. Get the rattle pins off of here. Take those off. We got these clips here. We'll go ahead and take this off. $19 millimeter. I've been driving this thing, I can feel the heat coming off here. It's warm. Kind of surprised there's not any Loctite on that. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure the caliper or the rotor is not going to come off nice. And we'll have to see if we can either just smack it. Quite a bit of rust around the hub. Let me get you over here. Got a little bit of rust around that hub. So I'm just going to hit it with a dead blow. And see if we can just get it loosened up. If not, I'll run some bolts through those couple of holes there, and I should just pop it off. Always a good idea to put some lug nuts on here so when you smack this, it just doesn't come flying off on here. Nope. Let's see if I got some bolts I can throw in here. Let me go look for some bolts and I'll be back. All right, found some bolts just to shove in this hole here. See if we can just... Okay, there's one. I'm just going to take a wire wheel on this. All right, I'll get this new rotor sprayed off. I'm just going to clean this up. Some brake cleaner. So I should have verified my parts, but it looks right. Yep, it's good. We'll get this put on over, back in. Then I'm going to just put new shims on this this guy right here. We've got some hardware that came with the new brake shoes, like so. Sorry, brake pads. See, are these all the same? Looks like it. Sometimes I hate wearing gloves. They just kind of get in the way of everything. Well, that one had a lot more garbage in it than the other one. I'm going to clean this one up too real quick, and then we'll get these put on. All right, so we have those on, and I want to pull this pin out, and I want to put some grease on it. This is this high temp ceramic fortified brake grease. The boot's sealed back up. Move on to the next one. Much better. These look like they're all the same. The old ones, they had these little clips on them, and it looks like we got some similar style clips on here. So we're just going to match these up, make them look like they're the same. They're a little different, to be honest with you. So the new ones come on this. It actually looks like they just go on one side, so that's glad I double noticed that. We don't get too many Toyotas in the shop. And there we have that. I'm going to put just a little bit of, I'm actually going to do that once I get them in. So just double check. And then we'll get this bolted back on the car, and we'll put some silicone grease on the back side of this where it's going to go up under the caliper. And we'll torque it down. Put you back over. There was no thread lock on these. Part of me just thinking we should put them on anyways. I think I'll grab some just to put a little dab on there. Just need a dab. I'm gonna snug it down, and then when we're all done, we'll get a torque wrench on that and look up the torque specs. I'm thinking it's probably around 80 pounds. So let me look that up real quick and I'll be back with you. We looked up the torque specs, 77 pounds. I was close. We got our torque wrench out. We got it set, 77 pounds. The backs are 70s pounds, so we got that real quick too. I'm gonna have to move you out of the way and get this in there. Now we need to go ahead and collapse this piston on here so we can get our brake calipers on. Let me grab my magic pliers. So I'm just gonna put my old brake pad in here, and I'm just gonna collapse it down. One side, the other side. Before we get that on, I'm gonna put a little bit of this grease on here, a little on the back, let pistons ride, wipe my hands off so I don't get them all over the pads. Double check that with a torque wrench. They're 27 pounds, and then we're ready to move on to the next side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side done, and then we'll move on to the back, and I'll take you along to do that. I can show you how we're going to reset the rear brake pads, and we're going to put it in service mode so we can collapse the caliper piston. So let me get this other side knocked out real quick, and then I'll bring you along for the other. Well, you know, here in Dad's garage, we want to show you when we made a mistake. So I actually forgot to put on these. I forgot to put on these little anti-rattle clips. So I took the caliper back off and got those put back on. So wanted to show you that. I don't want any trust issues. All right. So we got the front pads all wrapped up. They're on. And we are going to put the brakes into service mode. So this has the electronic parking brake. So what we need to do is we need to go into our scan tool here. Let's see if we can get this to do this. Do. Sorry about this. I should have had it already set up for you. Almost there. Okay, let me get this set up and I'll bring you back. All right, viewers, I got it figured out. I went ahead and released it. I actually had to start the vehicle up. It was a little hard to get in there. So when I'm all done with the brake job on these, I'll put the car on the ground and we'll go back in and do it. I'll do it on camera for you. But I've released them on here and I know it's ready to go because if I look inside the vehicle, the park brake switch there is blinking. The park brake switch there is blinking. That tells me that it's in service mode. And once that's in service mode, I can go ahead and turn off the ignition. And now I'm free to go ahead and do the brakes on this axle. Okay, so let me see if I can demonstrate this for you here. So I need to make sure that we release the park brake. So the park brake is now released. We use the scan tool, hit OK, and you can hear it releasing. So now it would be ready in service mode. Now to put it back we'll get in there. So I'm just going to let the camera go and run on this. I'm going to get some new gloves on. It's a beautiful day out today. Just got to move you out of here so I can get into this one here. That's got some red Loctite on that. No wonder it was a booger. Grab my caliper hangers. Just get that out of the way. Get this out of the way. These don't look too bad, other than they look like they've gotten hot. Mercy. Don't let me forget to plug that connector back in. Get that out of my way. Wowzers. Okay, well, let's get a bigger tool. Well, crying in the mud. Let's find the air hose. See if I have enough room to get in here with this. I don't have enough room to get in there with that. This bottom one does not want to come out. Let's see if we can. That is on there really tight. So wow. I don't know why that was so tight. 80 foot-pounds, I mean, that's shouldn't be on there that tight. Okay. Let's get this rotor off. Well, why are these holes smaller? Because they're back brakes, Jim. Everything is smaller. Okay, let me grab some of these bolts. I'll be right back. All right, got some bolts. Let's grab a lug nut so this doesn't come falling off on my toes. I'll get the new brake rotor, which is over here. Get rid of all this old stuff from the fronts. Done with that. Got this all nice and clean. Get this put on. Lug nut is rolling down the driveway. I'm gonna get my brake compression tool. Find out where that's at. That's not it. That's not it. That's the steering wheel remover. Tap and die. So I have this kit. I can't get any pliers in the back of that. I don't want to damage the motor. So we're just gonna use this tool here, and we're gonna find the right one, and we will just get it put in. So let me get this tool set up, and we'll get it over here and we'll get this caliper painted, pushed back in. All right, we got the tool set up, put in there. And we're just going to, whoops. We're just going to screw it in. Now, if we didn't put this in service mode, we wouldn't be able to do that, and we end up breaking that motor that the park brakes go into. So you just want to make sure you got it in service mode There is a way to do it manually by pressing the brake, lifting up, lifting down 3 or 4 times on that. And I'll have to tuck that boot back in with a little pick. So it's got air in it. That's funny. Okay, so we'll get the brake pads set up, and then we'll get this side done, and we'll move on to the next side. Got the hardware kit, just like the fronts. Got the back brakes. Get these little clips on. These back rotors were just warped. Somebody's doubled up the shims even on this. Somebody's been here before. Oh boy, these things are just dry. Two shims. Good grief. Okay, let's get this put back on. see if we can get you in here. Okay, this is 70 foot-pounds is all this is. So we'll back off. £9, and we'll torque it in there. I don't know why that bottom one was so tight in there. That was just, bananas. And we'll get some lube on these back of these pads. This top piece needs to go in there. Flashlight in here. We'll go up just a little bit here. I'll get you back in here. This clip is not going into there very nice. Just pull it out. Okay, well, I'm going to move you so I can get behind there. There we go. Had to see what I was doing. And we'll just get some grease behind there on that caliper. I know, I won't forget to hook up the electrical connector. Just got to hold this outer nut here. Okay, that's all there is to that. I'll go ahead and get the other one off and on, and then when we're all back, I'll come back out and show you how we actually turn that on and off with the scan tool. Stay tuned. When you're done, you have to reactivate and lock them back in. So we hit the replace brake pad and operations, hit OK, hit OK, hit OK. Now you can hear it doing its thing. Now locking the brakes. Waiting for it to get done. And now it's done. So if you don't do that, if you don't do that process after you replace the brake pads, you're going to get check engine lights and you won't have a park brake, and it's just going to create problems. So got to make sure if you're going to do this and put it in service mode, you got to reactivate and take it out of service mode. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of all over the place. This is a new scan tool that I have. I'm going to do a review on it at a later time. It's a MUCAR. Yep. It's new to me. My other scan tool that I had, it costs so much to upgrade these days. This has a lifetime upgrade for what I paid for it. So, but I'm gonna go out and take this for a rip. We need to do I need to burn in the brakes. As you can see, we got all the tires and wheels back on. And I got a mess in the shop to clean up, but we're gonna go out and burnish these brakes in and make sure that they're good and they stop for everybody. And you know what? If you guys would do me a favor, if you would just hit like, subscribe, leave a comment for me. I'm really trying to get my viewers out. Some of my videos did really, really well, and I'm just looking to see what kind of content people want. Mainly just, if I'm gonna do this, I wanna make it worthwhile. So, as always, appreciate you watching, and if I can do it, you can do it. And have a great evening, and thanks for watching.